Proton Holdings sold nearly 70% more vehicles in June compared with the previous month, thanks to sales tax waivers and pent-up demand that have driven total industry volume ahead of 2019 numbers. The national car maker sold 9,623 vehicles, up 26% from last June, marking its second-best sales month in 2020. Year-to-date, Proton's market share stands at 21.2%. For the first half of 2020, its market share increased by 6.5% year-on-year, while its overall volume gap shrank to 14.6%, which Proton claims is nearly 3 times better than its best rival brand. Driving sales was the Proton saga, with 4,447 units sold. That's its best sales performance in 70 months, since August 2014. Meanwhile, the X70 is still the best-selling C-segment SUV in Malaysia. The Persona remains as the best-selling B-segment sedan, and the Exora is at the top of the C-segment MPV market. Despite losing over 2 months of sales this year due to the MCO, Proton says its cumulative volume is 25.1% above 2019. It remains cautiously optimistic for the second half of the year. US prosecutors reportedly filed new forfeiture lawsuits in a bid to recover $96 million in assets that fugitive businessman Low Jho allegedly bought with money siphoned from 1MDB. Bloomberg reports that these assets include a Paris apartment, the $6 million Campbell's soup can painting by Andy Warhol, and a $10 million work by Claude Monet. The report was based on a statement by the US Justice Department. It filed the lawsuits on Wednesday in Los Angeles. The US has recovered some $1.1 billion in assets, including the Equanimity and a private jet, from Low and alleged associates. So far, it has repatriated some $600 million to Malaysia. Low, who remains on the run, has consistently denied wrongdoing. UMNO has filed a contempt proceeding against CIMB Bank for failing to release the monies from the party's bank accounts. The accounts were frozen by the MACC in 2018, but the Kuala Lumpur High Court ruled last month that UMNO may recover the 192 million ringgit, since the monies could not be convincingly said to be from former PM Datuk Sri Najib Razak, and there was no proof that the funds came from unlawful activities. However, CIMB has not complied with the ruling. The bank's lawyer Rabindra Nathan explained today that CIMB would be happy to release the funds but was awaiting an order from the MACC for them to do so, likening it to being caught between a rock and a hard place. Meanwhile, MACC gave its assurance that CIMB should be able to release UMNO's funds without fearing any legal repercussions. The court set next Monday as the next case management date. Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, who is also Khazana Nationals chairman, says the Sovereign Wealth Fund will continue to uphold good governance and practice strong risk management to deliver long-term sustainable returns to the country. This is while the government leads the way to implement necessary measures to address the nation's economic fundamentals. Muhyiddin said this in the chairman's message in Khazana's 2019 annual report, adding that the fund is confident that it is doing what is right for the nation's sustained progress. Meanwhile, Managing Director Datuk Shahril Ritza Rizwan expressed confidence that the fund will be able to weather the current difficult environment and deliver on its mandate. Khazana has been tasked with growing the nation's long-term wealth by pursuing distinct commercial and strategic objectives. Its ultimate goal is to sustainably increase the value of its financial assets and enhance economic outcomes to meet the nation's needs over the generations to come. The Federal Court will hear contempt of court proceedings initiated by Attorney General Tan Sri Idris Harun against Malaysia Kini, saying a prima facie case has been made out. The AG is seeking to initiate contempt proceedings over readers' comments on a June 9th article titled "CJ Orders All Courts to be Fully Operational from July 1st." He claims the comments were in contempt of the judiciary and named mkini.com and its editor-in-chief Stephen Gunn as respondents. However, the news portal argues that the law does not require news organizations to pre-moderate and censor readers' comments. It sought to set aside the leave granted to the AG. However, its application was unanimously dismissed today as Court of Appeal President Datuk Rohana Yusof, who led the 7-member bench, found that mkini.com had facilitated the publication of the readers' comments. The court fixed July 13th to hear the merits of the AG's application.